Hello everyone, and welcome to the worst timeline possible. I hope you're all having a good night. Tonight, for our weekly Vera After Dark discussion stream, we've got a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff has happened today that I wasn't expecting to happen. And there's just layers upon layers, okay? We are like an onion tonight. I started with like 4 stories, and then like another popped up, and then another popped up, and then I had to scrap one idea because another happened. It has been a crazy day. We are not even out of January yet, and the timeline, it's already fucked. So tonight, guys, we're going to be talking about a lot of different things all over the place. We're going to be talking about IDW. I've talked about IDW in the past, but a new, pretty big situation has happened with them. Because after heavily investing in woke identity politics, IDW has lost their licenses from Hasbro for things like Transformers and G.I. Joe, which is a pretty big freaking blow. I have quite a few thoughts on this. IDW has had these licenses for a very long time, and it has now been announced that they're going to have this year's worth of content. So in 2022, they're still going to be putting out content for things like Transformers and G.I. Joe. But starting next year, Hasbro will be going to someone else. We do not know exactly who. There are rumors about who they'll be going to, so we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about the CW's new show, Naomi. I talked about this like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Music's a little too loud. All right, I'll turn it down a tiny bit more. Hopefully that's good. A couple of weeks ago, I talked about Naomi, primarily because it was a new show that was coming out on the CW. It's a prime example of why the CW is now up for sale and why the CW has been failing. And Naomi opened to extremely mediocre numbers, under 1 million viewers for episode 1, and it lost 10% of its audience going from episode 1 to episode 2. So we have to have a good laugh in here. That's going to be our laugh. We're going to talk about Lord of the Rings and some of the rumors. You guys know I've been talking about a lot of the rumors, like there being, even though they're not really rumors at this point, like Black Hobbits, Black Elves, and Lord of the Rings. Some of the rumors about how woke the Amazon TV series is going to be. And now there is another new rumor circulating that the show is going to feature LGBTQ plus representation, which I'm going to be honest, isn't much of a surprise to me. I'm just going to be 100% with you guys. I kind of expected this. It's 2022. Amazon completely fucked up Wheel of Time, trying to make it super woke. I kind of expected the same from the Rings of Power, but I still wanted to talk about it. The next one's going to be a dual topic. So yesterday, Peter Dinklage decided to make a statement talking about how unhappy he was about Disney's Snow White remake, saying, "What the fuck are you guys doing? You're doing so good and being so inclusive because you race swapped Snow White and you cast a Latina actress, but you still have dwarves in the movie. So you're taking a step forward, yet you're still not being progressive enough." And it was just announced that Disney has decided, because of Peter Dinklage's hissy fit, that instead of dwarves in the Snow White remake, it will now instead be a group of magical creatures. I can't. We've seen some dumb shit happen over the years, guys, but whoo, this has gotta be the dumbest. Truly, genuinely. They are, I don't even know why they're calling it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at this point. I think we just need to scrap this project and let it die. Because there is no way that this movie is going to be successful or even make its money back. This is just a money sink at this point. There is absolutely no way that this is going to be successful. And another situation that happened today was Frost Kieran and G4. You guys know I've covered the G4 situation quite a few times on the channel between live streams, videos. Frost Kieran decided to go on social media today and call out drama farming YouTubers. That's me, guys. Your local friendly drama farming YouTuber. Saying, you can always reach out to my agent if you'd like to schedule a discussion. And someone said they won't. And she said, of course they won't. But the avenue is there and I'll gladly do it. So, I want to talk to you guys about the 5 different... I think I've reached out to her in 5 ways now. Between tweets and emails. So I wanted to talk about her new terrible take that makes the G4 meltdown look even worse. But hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. How's everyone doing? Before we get into the topics tonight, let me know. How are y'all doing? All doing good? Hopefully, maybe. What's up with everyone? Snow White and the 7 magical creatures. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Because they were taking Snow White and the 7 dwarves. And it's not like it was it's not like they were taking it and making it like an adult comedy. To be like, haha, we're making fun of short people, small people. I mean, it's supposed to still be a light-hearted family film. And I don't know why they're doing this at this point. They might as well just scrap this project. There is no way in this fucking timeline, even in this shitty timeline, that this is gonna be successful. There's no way. Night Shift. Greetings from Berlin. Hi, greetings. Drama Queen Vera. That's me, guys. Your friendly local drama, what did she say? Drama farming YouTuber. Easy. I play Farmville. Guys, next stream, I'm going to play some Farmville. I'm going to play some Animal Crossing, some Stardew Valley. Give me some games I can farm in. Minecraft. Then the next stream, guys, it's going to be a farming stream. What do you think about that? Wow, guys, it's been a day. It's been a day. We'll get started with the topics in a minute or two. I'm so fucking disappointed about the Peter Dinklage situation. While he's allowed to have his own opinion, right? He's allowed to say on social media he thinks that it's stupid that they're still going forward with, like, the idea of dwarves. He went so hard against it that they literally changed it because of him. Like, I thought that Peter Dinklage deserved to win way more fucking awards for Game of Thrones. He was one of the best actors. After watching Game of Thrones, I would watch most movies that he was in. Like, he is a fucking phenomenal actor, right? But now he's just... I mean, he got a whole movie changed because he said, oh, it's too offensive. Now they're changing the dwarves to magical creatures. Wow, guys. This is definitely an interesting situation. Is he implying dwarves don't exist? He just cost 7 people jobs. Let's view it that way. I don't know. It doesn't seem very inclusive to me. Seems pretty fucking backwards. Yep, farmed on RuneScape. That's me, guys. I'm a RuneScape farmer. What can I say? Listen, me and RuneScape. I tried to play RuneScape multiple times. I never got into RuneScape. Maybe it's time for me to try it for a 4th time. Oh, Final Fantasy XIV is finally on sale, guys. I think I'm gonna buy it. And maybe I'll stream it like Thursday. Maybe over the weekend I'll play some Final Fantasy XIV, the MMO, because they just put it back on sale. I tried it many a year ago, like 4 years ago maybe, and I never really got into it. But it's like only $20. So I think I might try it. What are your best games on Steam? You have to be more specific, like games I want on Steam, or games I think are coming out on Steam that are gonna be good, or like the games I play the most. Too generic? I was gonna say general of a question. Too generic. Kevin Smith can redeem himself? Probably not, let's be honest. I think that there will always be people who will like Kevin Smith. And who will, always like Kevin Smith, and that's okay if you do. If you like Kevin Smith, good for you. Like, I always say it, I'm not someone who says you're wrong for liking something or having your own opinion. But I am not someone who is going to really support Kevin Smith anymore. Snow White is now, yep, fucking trending on Twitter. Oh, for fuck's sake. Listen, when I had read the Peter Dinklage situation yesterday, I was like, I mean, he's allowed to say what he feels. But Disney literally decided to fucking change the main characters. The main characters, because he was mad about them. You're a fan of MMOs? Yes, I love MMOs. I am an MMO whore. I'm just gonna be honest. Star Wars: The Old Republic. Well, that's my main MMO. But I've tried, like, WoW, Bless, New Worlds, Arcage, Arcage's relaunch, Arcage's 3rd relaunch. I don't think I'm gonna be trying Lost Ark, though, guys. I was kind of waiting about Lost Ark because I talked like a month ago about Lost Ark and how supposedly, so people during the beta couldn't find specific outfits, but the developers were saying they didn't actually remove the outfits, but we never got any clarification on if they did or didn't remove the outfits. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as I'm aware, they did remove the outfits from the Western release. Because if I had found out, or if they confirmed they didn't remove those outfits, like, I'd probably give it a chance, because it's free to play. But we don't know, because they didn't prove, like, hey, here's the receipt, like, we definitely didn't censor it. I can't talk. I'm done, guys. I'm ending stream. I'm ending stream. Have a great evening, guys. Was Club Penguin an MMO? Yes. Club Penguin, #1. Neopets, #2. Wizard 101, #3. Toontown, #4. Club Penguin will always be #1, though, and you will never change my mind. Okay, guys. First topic of the evening. You guys know I talk a lot about comic books, graphic novels, manga. I try my very best to keep up with big news in the industries. But there's been a bit of an update, a giant fucking update, with IDW and Hasbro, because after heavily investing in woke identity politics, IDW loses the Transformers and the G.I. Joe licenses. Neopets underrated. The Neopets marketplace, the auction house, was fucking terrible. that is the worst. That legitimately could make me a toxic gamer. Having to deal with that stupid fucking auction house where you would have to, like, sit and you try to snipe something and you'd literally, even you didn't even know what it was, you'd have to try to click purchase and then it'd already be gone. Oh no, we're not talking about that. That will bring me back to my toxic Xbox 360 days of 12-year-old Vera screeching into a microphone. So yeah, guys. I've talked about IDW over the years because they have heavily invested in woke identity politics, and unfortunately, they were a company that didn't listen to consumers and what consumers really wanted, and now we are seeing, surprisingly, may I add, that they are losing the licenses to Transformers in G.I. Joe, which is surprising because Hasbro also is pretty woke. I mean, look at like Wizards of the Coast. It says, after 17 years in a spiral into injecting the popular franchises with woke identity politics, comic book publisher IDW has announced that they will officially lose the publishing licenses to Hasbro's iconic Transformers and G.I. Joe franchises at the end of 2022. This is a major slap in the face to IDW. It really, truly is. They have had these publishing licenses for 17 years, for a very long time. And these are some of their biggest titles. It says IDW revealed their upcoming license loss in an exclusive statement given to The Hollywood Reporter, wherein they informed the trade news outlet at the end of 2022, IDW will bid a fond farewell to the publication of G.I. Joe and Transformer comic books and graphic novels. We are exceedingly proud of our stewardship of these titles, 17 years with the robots in disguise, and 14 years with a real American hero, and thank the legion of fans for their unwavering support month in and month out. We're also eternally grateful to every one of the talented creators who helped bring these characters to four-color life through our comics. It says that basically for the rest of the year, they are going to be publishing content that was already planned. They do have a full year 2022 worth of content, but after that, starting in 2023, they will no longer be publishing this content. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty surprised by this news because we haven't heard rumors that this was going to happen. There weren't like rumors and speculation circling around that this was going to happen because this is a pretty big change. But it's as though they're losing what are arguably Hasbro's two most important lines. They will still retain the publishing rights based on toy manufacturers' popular My Little Pony and Dungeons and Dragons franchises. We do not know anything regarding these. Right now, as far as we know, they are keeping the rights to publish comics based on My Little Pony and Dungeons and Dragons. This could change maybe in a year or 2 years. When the licenses run out, they won't renew them because we don't have that information right now. But we don't know who exactly Transformers and G.I. Joe are going to go to. There are some rumors about who they're going to go to, but nothing has been confirmed right now. It says, though, IDW's loss of Transformers and G.I. Joe follows an editorial turn in recent years towards injecting contemporary identity politics into these franchises, replete with a variety of race swaps and sexuality changes. It says, G.I. Joe Volume 5. I'm going to be honest, I never got that big into G.I. Joe. I mean, obviously, I've read G.I. Joe, I've consumed G.I. Joe content, but I don't have the memories with G.I. Joe like I do with Transformers. I love Transformers. Transformers are fucking awesome. G.I. Joe, wasn't something I ever hated, wasn't something I ever fell in love with, had a special spot in my heart. It says, though, G.I. Joe Volume 5 writer Aubrey Sitterson's changing of classic characters Salvo into a stocky Samoan woman, complete with her very own braided lobotomy cut, out of fear with the character's original depiction as a white man with a t-shirt that read, "The right of might," was a little too alt-right. I'm gonna be honest, if I saw that in a comic, I would not buy it. If I saw that in anything, I would not buy that. It says they also retcon Autobots, Ratchet and Drift into same-sex lovers. Which, definitely, guys, was not something that a lot of people are going to want to support. Let's be honest. I do not consume Transformers content to see Autobots, Ratchet and Drift be part of same-sex marriages and be same-sex lovers. The only thing that had decent storytelling was the Regeneration 1 series that IDW did, in my opinion. It had the original writer from the 80s, Simon Furman. Otherwise, everything, in my opinion, was pretty convoluted and not very good, and you end up with content like this. It says they also transformed the classic female Transformer RC, who quickly became a fan favorite following her debut in 86's Transformers the movie. I love it. Into a Cybertronian equivalent of a male-to-female transgender individual. Yes, guys. Clearly, this is the content we want to consume. I definitely think that there are times and places to have stories like this. But is Transformers one of them? I would argue no. I don't think most Transformers readers want this content. Hey, we didn't hear about amazing sales numbers for these, so that's all I can say. It says, as for the comic book future of Transformers and G.I. Joe, THR previously reported that Skybound, the imprint founded by the Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman, had entered talks with Hasbro to acquire the franchise's licenses. So yes, that's the big rumor right now, that Skybound, which of course was founded by Robert Kirkman, is going to acquire Transformers and G.I. Joe's licenses. There has been no confirmation of a deal like this. Nothing has been successfully negotiated yet. As far as I know, I've never really heard much negative about Skybound. We'll have to see if they officially announce anything. Maybe in half a year they'll announce something, because they only just announced that the contract and the licenses will be expiring at the end of 2022. So we've still got a whole year to go. So I'm sure that they're taking their time trying to figure out the best deals possible. But it's definitely a massive license loss for IDW. And in September, Disney and Lucasfilm withdrew the publisher's licenses for their Marvel and Star Wars All Ages lines. So they have taken hit after hit over the past few months. Am I surprised to see this happen? No. Am I disappointed? No. I feel like most people aren't going to be. We have seen absolutely terrible content. Again, there's been decent series, few and far between, but I don't think that this is, I think that this is a major loss for IDW, not for consumers. So, that's all that I really had to talk about with that. Next, we'll be talking about Naomi. Guys, everyone's brand new favorite superhero. Guys, I can't take myself seriously when I talk about this shit anymore. In my old age, I can't take things seriously anymore. It's just like a joke. Why is Blizzard trending on Twitter? Uh-oh, what did Blizzard fucking do now? Jesus Christ, what happened? Oh, did you guys hear Blizzard announced a brand new survival game set in a new universe? Gonna be awesome. It's gonna be set in Blizzard's offices. You're gonna be a female trying to escape for your life. What? Did you... The art looks cool. The survival game art that they showed, I guess, looks kind of cool. But it looks pretty... generic? They have, another image without, the hiring... Yeah, this one. I don't think that looks bad. It looks kind of generic, but we'll see.
Random name donated $5.
Thank you for the $5 donation.
Put up on your Patreon page?
So it is kind of so I don't put up any exclusive content on it. What I do is I do live streams. So I will do exclusive supporter only live streams. So if you're a member, via YouTube memberships, or you're a Dark Titan and a supporter via Patreon, you get access to monthly supporter-only live streams, and those soon are going to be going to twice a month. Basically, I do open Q&As, so if you guys have any questions, and I give you guys a chance to ask me, like, in-depth topics, so in case you want me to talk about something that's not, like, trending news, you want to know my opinions on, like, whole franchise, or, like, hey, can you look at this franchise and rate all the games from your favorite to least favorite, stuff like that. That's primarily what I offer, and if you're in, like, the United States, I do also offer for higher than $10 Dark Titan postcards. But thank you for the $5 donation. Much appreciated. Escape from Intern Island, guys. No. No, survival game. Blizzard, you opened yourselves up for this one. You guys deserved a roasting after this one. Listen. Blizzard has made some great fucking content over the years. It's just... who wants to be the one supporting Blizzard right now? Let's be honest. No one. Absolutely no one. Absolutely no one. The trailer for Naomi itself was trash. Yeah. I feel like Naomi was something I didn't know about until, like, only right before it launched. I feel like there was no hype or build up for it. And then they released the first trailer, they did an interview, and then it literally was releasing the next week. I have had no interest in it. I usually try to give, like, new shows a chance. I try to watch them. I haven't with Naomi. I've seen, like, clips. And honestly, I think that that's all I can take. I think it's all I can take. Hold on one second. Oh, okay. I was sorry, guys. I was just reading something that popped up on my screen. I was very confused. But alright, let's move on to the next topic of the evening, which is going to be Naomi. I talked about Naomi a few weeks ago. I had done a video on Naomi, and primarily how the executive producer of the show admitted that it was going to focus on identity politics. And of course, we had heard only a couple of days before that, maybe even a week before that, that the CW was up for sale, and they haven't ever really been profitable. They haven't been profitable in years and years and years. But I wanted to read this article because it's kind of a double whammy situation. So Naomi launched, and not only did it release to pretty bad viewership numbers, the worst opening of all time for a superhero series on the CW, but it lost 10% of its audience from episode 1 into episode 2. Yes, Naomi is supposed to be a new superhero, but the show focuses on identity politics. Basically, Naomi, from what I remember, she's obsessed with, like, comic books, and she's obsessed with Superman. And apparently, she's going to have the same or very similar powers to Superman, the executive producer said. So, it says, Ava DuVernay's Naomi loses almost 10% of its audience for episode 2. Wow, I wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not surprised at all. It says the CW show Naomi lost almost 10% of its audience in its second week. This show didn't even take off the ground. This show didn't even first episode go anywhere. It says the show had the worst opening of all time for a superhero show on the CW. I've talked about the CW a lot, guys. The first couple series I really liked. I liked Arrow. I liked The Flash. Even Supergirl season 1, in my opinion. It had its moments where it was like, it had references and, like, strong independent woman. But I thought overall it was okay. Harrison Ford's wife is in it. I thought that she did a really good job as Kat. Unfortunately, the shows and their content just kind of got so much worse. I didn't want to waste my time with the shows anymore. And I feel like most people stopped caring about them. It says TV series finale reported that the show's debut episode was only watched by 802,000 people, and it had a 0.14 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. It is the worst. It had the worst opening of all time for a superhero show on the CW. Even Batwoman did better. That's saying something. It says Arrow's debut episode was viewed by 4.14 million people with a 1.3 rating, and The Flash's first episode was viewed by almost 5 million people with a 1.90 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. The Arrow and The Flash started off really, really strong. I did really like those shows. I thought that they were pretty good, but it says Supergirl Season 2 Supergirl Season 2's premiere episode was viewed by 3 million people and had a 1.09 rating, and Season 2 was the first season of the show on the CW. The first season aired on CBS. And then, I mean, it's not getting much better in the defense of Naomi. Legends of Tomorrow's debut episode is viewed by 3.2 million people. Black Lightning was 2.3, and Batwoman saw 1.86. So almost 2 million people tune in with a 0.47 rating for its debut episode. Stargirl was also over 1 million viewers, and Superman and Lois's premiere episode was viewed by almost 2 million people as well. So Naomi is cut in half. Though it's even worse than just cut in half. I mean, these numbers for Naomi are not good. And again, like I mentioned, I think a part of that is probably the marketing, because again, like, I look at these types of topics all the time. There wasn't really any marketing for Naomi, and I'm gonna be honest, I think that they need a lot more than good marketing to make the show successful. Let's just be honest. But, as it says, the first episode had 800,000 viewers, and the second episode had a almost minus 10% in viewership. It had 730,000 viewers, and obviously we're talking like almost 1 million people, which just sounds like large numbers, but when you're looking at things like Arrow, which debuted with 4 million viewers, and The Flash, which debuted with almost 5 million viewers, clearly there is a giant difference here. It says YouTubers as From Heel vs. Babyface and Jane Theory explain that the show is essentially a ripoff of Superman's origins, and it's true. It's the progressive version, basically. It takes kind of Superman's origins. It's a strong, independent woman of color, and that's what they thought was going to sell. It's no wonder why the CW is up for sale right now. Let's be honest. How many people want to watch a series like this? I am sure a big chunk of the people, of the 800,000 viewers, just wanted to give it a chance. Because it's true. For me, usually I try to give things a chance. Even if I know I'll probably hate it. I probably won't enjoy it. I still try to give things a chance. I still try. I couldn't with this. I didn't want to. It says the comparison to Superman is no surprise, as the show's showrunner and executive producer admitted the character is a Superman knockoff. The fact that DC has this black teenage girl superhero who will eventually have superpowers that are on par with Superman, like I mentioned, who is the quintessential cis white male superhero, is a thrilling proposition. If you want to make a difference, if you want to make a black teenage female superhero, you go for it. But when all you're doing is taking Superman's origin story and knocking it off, basically, you just look like you're creating the dollar store version of Superman. It doesn't look classy. It doesn't look good. You should be doing these characters justice. If you want people to like your content and respect your content, make a new character with a new backstory, with new ideas. I understand that, like, oh my gosh, maybe this character can fly, and oh my gosh, Superman can fly. I get that that could happen, but I'm talking about, like, at its core, it's not just a character that's a literal knockoff of a hero like Superman. It is, in my opinion, really cheap. It makes it look like you are not a good writer, like you have no ability to write. And for me, I don't really have a lot of respect for you if you do this. As a writer, I don't think that writers should just be going, hey, I'm gonna take this idea, but he was a white cis man, so I'm just gonna make her a black teenage girl, and then everything will be fine, and this will be 10 times better because of that. I just don't see the appeal there. It seems cheap. It seems lazy. Not something that I would waste my time watching. So, guys, that's all that I really had to talk about with Naomi. Next week, when we see the new Naomi numbers, I'll definitely talk about it again. And then probably at the end of the series, at the end of the first season, I'll probably talk about it. So I'll probably talk about Naomi like maybe 2 more times, just so we can see the wrap-up numbers. But it's only on episode 2, and the viewership dropped by 10% from episode 1 to episode 2, and it didn't even start with solid numbers in the first place. That being said, we're moving into Lord of the Rings. Guys, I love Lord of the Rings, but I'm very, very worried about Lord of the Rings' future.
Christopher donated $20.
I
Why
really,
was the
really
math
am.
book so frustrated?
Oh,
It
no.
had too many
I've heard that one
problems.
before.
Ha 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 ha.
I have heard that one. Thank you, Christopher, for the $20 donation and the dad joke. Much appreciated. So $10 says when Naomi fails, they blame racism. Yeah, they'll probably blame toxic racist men on the internet. Toxic fandoms. Because that's what we always hear is, oh, it's the toxic fandoms that made it fail. Oh, it's the terrible toxic people of the internet that made this fail. They can't just accept the fact that people simply do not like the content they're creating. No, there always has to be something behind it, which I think is ridiculous, but it's how it goes. Only time will tell, though. We'll see. Maybe Naomi will do absolutely amazing. Let's do something really quickly. Hold on. Rotten Tomatoes? Naomi. I know that we're only on week 2. Naomi. Where the fuck is it? No. TV shows. Where is it? Here it is. What is it? Woo! Look at that critic score. Easy. A nice old 96 fucking %. Jesus. And critics wonder why we think that their reviews are purchased. 33% audience score and a 96% critic. What do critics say? Critics say Naomi hits the mark when it comes to representation and empowering viewers to embrace who they are and what makes them unique. A 3 out of 5. Naomi is incredibly sure-footed in its heroine's path to superpowers and more. Part of that is from the sheer star power. Pilots are a tricky thing. Often they either work or they don't, and you bet a lot on a pilot because if it doesn't grip viewers, they won't stick around. You'll want to stick around for this one. Judging a whole series based on its first episode. Naomi is going to take its sweet time to explore its main character's story, and that's just fine with us, especially if it gives us more time to get to know what seems like an anomaly on TV these days, which is a teenager with her head on straight. I guess. What do the user scores say? 33%. At this point, the CW has become a joke. There must be better homemade content than the utter rubbish being churned out by this network. If it was a dog, you'd put it out of its misery. CW, enough with this stuff. It's just horrible, just another high school teen that got superpowers and blah blah blah. The show brings nothing new to the table. And that was a big criticism I had when I had heard about it. It didn't seem like it was something new, unique, original. It didn't seem like it had an edge to it. It's not like it had some big, new, bold idea. Even if in shows, big, new, bold ideas don't work and they turn out to be garbage, I still try to give them a chance because I would rather see writers, directors, producers, actors try to do something new than keep doing the same garbage all the time. Like, I'd rather see them try than put out content like this. The acting, the dialogue is dead, CGI, everything. Why would you even make this show? How does this have a better critic rating than Peacemaker? No shot. I mean, really? No. No. No! 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 What the fuck? Guys, Naomi is better than Peacemaker. What can you say? Yes, networks totally don't buy their critic reviews. Surely. I'm honestly surprised Peacemaker even has this high of a review. I figured Peacemaker for critics would have like a 60, maybe a 70 at highest. I figured that it would have been like a terrible score. Naomi is just so much better. Let's go back to the user reviews. The CW has officially made me dislike their superhero shows. I think that with Naomi, there was two issues with Naomi. I think first of all, yeah, obviously it is a woke show. They literally admitted that it was focused on identity politics and that's what they wanted to focus with the show, which, okay, I mean, if that's what you want to do, hey, you go for it. Don't expect me to watch it though, and I'm someone who you probably do expect to watch it. And second of all, I feel like people are drowning in superhero content. While people will always watch Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, people will always watch Spider-Man and Captain America and Iron Man. I think that if you look at superhero content in general, there is a fucking ton of it now. And yes, some of it is still good. I'm not saying that, oh, if it's instantly superhero, that means it's bad. But I think that people are drowning in superhero content now, and a lot of people are just kind of over it.
Would love to know the rating they gave Naomi versus what they give Superman.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what they give Superman and Lois. Thank you for the $3 donation. Much appreciated. Rotten Tomatoes. Superman and Lois. Huh? Oh, I had season 2 up. Brother. Oh, fucking brother. Oh, fucking brother. Hey, Naomi's a better show! Easy. Naomi has a 96 to 33, and Superman and Lois has a 88 and a 72. I don't think it's a 72. I feel like it's more closer to an 80, maybe. An 88%. 43 reviews. Naomi, how many does Naomi have? It doesn't say. I could count. It's less. That by far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 16 reviews? I mean, the season's not over yet, but a picture is worth 1,000 words. An 88%. Must be because it's focused on a toxic white cis male. What can I say? Ugh, disgusting. Who would ever want to watch Superman and Lois? Clowns. Yeah, absolute fucking clownery. I mean, Peacemaker Peacemaker looks good. Naomi, though, oh, best show on television. And who cares about Superman, apparently, am I right? What about Season 2? Season 2 has an 88% audience, but no critic score. I mean, I know it's not done, but still. It didn't stop critics from reviewing Naomi. Critics with Superman and Lois. Oh, we're not gonna review the show until the whole season is done. But when it comes to a strong, independent woman of color, we gotta get on those ratings ASAP! 96%, we've seen 2 episodes! I mean, come on. Okay, that's it, guys. That's all we're talking about with Naomi. Next, we're gonna talk about Lord of the Rings. A topic you think would be positive, because Lord of the Rings is awesome. But, well, Amazon. So yeah, I guess that's that's the discussion, guys. Amazon. Let me check one thing really quickly before we get started. I want to see. Oh, nope. Let's check in my email. Nope, nothing. Wow. Surprised. Truly. Frost puts out a tweet 4 hours ago and said, I'll have a discussion with anyone. Email me. And she doesn't respond to anyone's emails. I'm shocked, I tell you. Absolutely shocked. Alright, guys. Next, we're going to talk about Lord of the Rings. This is going to be a relatively quick topic. Just because I have, in a few videos now, talked about Amazon's Lord of the Rings series. Amazon fucked up Wheel of Time, and we all know they're coming for Lord of the Rings now. They're doing the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power series in September. And while I have been a lifelong fan of Lord of the Rings, literally all of Tolkien's work behind me, and I want this series to be good, there's been a lot of rumors circulating around about the content that they are creating and the content they're putting into this show. And the newest rumor is that it's going to feature LGBTQ plus representation. And this really isn't that surprising to hear. It's 2022. Most shows now have some sort of LGBT representation in them. It wasn't in Tolkien's original work. So, of course, should it be in the show? Many people argue not, because they should be following the source material. But this article says Prime Video's Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, rumored to feature LGBTQ plus representation. It is just a rumor, so keep that in mind. Take it with a grain of salt. But it says a brand new rumor claims that, of course, the series will feature representation. It comes from Gary Butler of Nerdrotic. It says, I don't usually run with rumors, but I'll give you this one. Emailed to me by a random stranger who I've never met, who says he watches my channel, says that he is working on this show, stated that there will be LGBTQ plus representation in Lord of the Rings on Prime. So he does establish that he doesn't know this person personally. Like, this individual, he doesn't know them. He's not vouching for them, basically, but he is putting this rumor out into the open for his audience, and I understand why. Because it's really not that hard to guess that there's going to be LGBTQ plus representation in the show. We know that they are adding black hobbits and black elves to the series. We know that they are changing around Tolkien's content. They are not sticking as closely as possible to the source material. So, because they're of course making changes to have the show be more diverse and inclusive, it's not really surprising to hear that they most likely will have some sort of representation in the show, even if we just see two characters holding hands that are the same gender, or we see a kiss, whatever it may be. It's not really surprising to hear that they were going to do this. It says the latest rumor from him comes after the so-called Lord of the Rings fan site, theonering.net, who obtained the first official description of the Rings of Power series, channeled their inner Wormtongue, of course, and began pushing blatant LGBTQ plus propaganda onto not only J.R.R. Tolkien, but the Lord of the Rings as well. Back in June 2021, the website took to Twitter to claim that Tolkien would celebrate LGBTQ because he was a devout follower of the Roman Catholic Church. I did do a video on that, so go to my channel, type in Lord of the Rings, type in Tolkien, you will see my video on that situation. But, of course, people were talking about things, saying, like, wait until you find out that he was a devout Roman Catholic Christian. Boy, are you guys in for a major shock. In fact, Lord of the Rings was heavily inspired by Christianity, and I'm pretty sure Christianity doesn't look too kindly on the alphabet people. The thing with Tolkien is that he was someone who tried to have general respect for everyone. So, there is that. Of course, we do know that in modern day, the people running his estate probably want to make as much money as possible off of his work. And if Amazon comes to them and says, listen, we want to do a show based on this chunk of source material, we want to make some changes, we want to take some creative liberties, they most likely won't care and they won't stick up for that original content. But the OneRing.net responded, he followed the church and the church celebrates LGBTQ, so I think the surprise is on you. Of course, though, the OneRing.net did basically go on social media and start arguing with people. This is a running theme, is individuals going on social media and starting arguments and basically bitch fights over things, saying, oh, I have more knowledge than you, I know more than you do. It reminds me of a situation with someone, I don't remember who it was exactly, that went on social media, and after they generalized a whole community, they told people to read some feminist literature to educate themselves better. I don't remember off the top of my head who that was, but yes, this is a rumor that is circulating right now. It says the Catholic Church's teachings on LGBTQ and homosexuality is quite clear. Talks about that a little bit. And a lot of people have a lot of questions, obviously, about the new Lord of the Rings series. Like I've said in videos, in live streams, I want this series to be good. I want it to be successful. I want to be able to enjoy it. I want to see Tolkien's work because I love Tolkien's work. I don't want Amazon and these writers and these producers and actors to take creative liberties and make any changes they want. I don't want them to do that. I want them to stick as closely to the source material as possible. Unfortunately, I really don't think that they're going to do that. I do think that they are definitely going to be straying off the path, making tons of changes, taking their own creative liberties. Only time will tell. I still have hope that the series is going to be good, that it's going to be what Lord of the Rings fans want, but we're hearing a lot of rumors, a lot of changes that aren't in Tolkien's work, and of course, it's got a lot of people worried. People were saying things like, gay elves are canon, Tolkien gay elves canon, and then someone had retweeted it and said, right-wing Tolkien fans, Amazon's going to ruin Tolkien with their gay and lesbian elves token. And then they used terms. Again, if this was a new fantasy series or a new franchise, and they wanted to have black elves, if the series had equivalents to hobbits, black hobbits, hobbits of different backgrounds, and they wanted to have LGBTQ relationships running rampant everywhere, like, I personally wouldn't care. I have no problems with those things themselves. The issue that I and many other people have is that they're taking source material that didn't contain things like this, and they're just switching it all around because they're basically saying, oh, well, you know, this series is coming out for the modern day audiences. A lot of people have a big problem with that. Instead of respecting source material and working with that, no, they're just changing around literally everything that they can. So that's all that I really had to talk about with that. Again, it's a pretty safe rumor to assume it's going to be true. Am I surprised to hear about this rumor? No, I'm really not. But next, we are going to move into Snow White. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't hear, instead of having dwarves in Snow White, now, because Peter Dinklage went on social media and into an interview, they're changing them from dwarfs to a group of magical creatures. I'm sorry. I don't know what they were thinking. Boy, oh boy. We are truly in the worst fucking timeline. I'm sorry, guys. Listen, I try to be a positive-ass Polly over here. I really, really do. We are in the worst possible timeline. Truly and genuinely. I don't know how this timeline can get much worse. Wow, guys. It's not even a rumor. It's not even a rumor. Like, they're thinking about doing this. No. Within 24 hours, they did it. There's no point to even call it Snow White and the Seven Dwarves anymore. There's no Snow White and there's no Seven Dwarves. So, if you guys didn't hear, yesterday, Peter Dinklage decided to make some statements about Disney's Snow White. Now, he went into an interview, and he was asked a bunch of things, like things about Game of Thrones, his future plans for acting. And of course, this is a major headline that came out of that interview. Peter Dinklage is not happy about Disney's Snow White remake. What the fuck are you doing? Now, I'd like to put it on record that in the past, I've really liked Peter Dinklage's work. I thought he was amazing in Game of Thrones. I thought he did a fantastic job in Game of Thrones. And after watching him in Game of Thrones, I probably would have watched most shows and movies with him in it. I think that he is a really good actor. But he decided to go into this interview and basically throw a fit about a project that he's not part of. And now, Disney is changing it. Disney's changing it. Because one actor went into an interview and said, this is offensive. So, it says Peter Dinklage is calling out Disney for the double standard in its plans for a live-action remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Of course, I have talked about this movie 2 or 3 times now. This is the film that is set to feature Rachel Zegler and as Snow White. The race-swapped Snow White, and Gal Gadot is going to be the evil queen. They're kind of pulling a Maleficent with Gal Gadot, I think. It says when the Mark Webb-helmed adaptation was announced, Zegler's casting was touted as a step in the right direction in diversifying Disney's classic characters, as the 20-year-old actress is of Colombian descent. The decision to cast her as Snow White came 2 years after R&B singer Halle Bailey was selected to play Ariel in the remake of The Little Mermaid, a similar effort by Disney to include more diverse representation on screen. I want to say something. Why not just make new fucking characters? Why not leave Snow White alone? Why not leave Ariel and The Little Mermaid alone? Just go and make new diverse characters. There will be people that will support them. I understand that they do it. A giant reason why they're doing it is because of nostalgia and money, okay? If you have been a lifelong fan of Disney and you see a new Snow White live action, you probably go and try to see it because you like Snow White. Or you like The Little Mermaid. But it feels empty to just race swap characters. Just give these people a chance. Give these actors a chance to have a better story. Like, go and write a new version of The Little Mermaid or something. Don't call it The Little Mermaid, obviously. Go write a new story. Give these people, like Rachel Zegler, a different role. You don't have to make everything... Not everything has to be a remake. You don't have to remake everything. I think that it's dumb. I really, really do. I've also talked about Rachel Zegler because she's gone on social media and attacked people who didn't like the casting, which I also think is really stupid. If people do not like this choice, they should be allowed to not like the choice. They should be able to voice the fact that they don't like the choice. This isn't even Snow White and the Seven Dwarves anymore. They race swapped Snow White and they're getting rid of the Seven Dwarves. Just call it something different at this point. It's not the original material. So just go and change it. Make something new. It's really, well, it is really hard for people like these writers and these creatives because they're not fucking creative, but it shouldn't be hard. It says, Dinklage, however, does not think the upcoming film is as progressive as it claims to be. Literally, no offense to anyone, but I was a little taken aback when they were very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White. But you're still telling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I'm surprised he didn't use Latinx. He said in a recent interview he's canceled. He's not woke enough. It says, take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me. The Game of Thrones actor who was on the podcast to promote his new film, how do you say it's Cyrano? Got heated as he went on. You're progressive in one way, but then you're still making that fucking backwards story about 7 dwarves living in a cave together. What the fuck are you doing, man? He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Like, if you look at the animated, and you look at, like, the books that have been made, like the Disney books, they worked in a mine, they worked in a cave, but they lived in a cottage. Disney has never had the dwarves living in a cave. And that's what we're talking about, the Disney version here. Have I done nothing to advance the cause from my soapbox? I guess I'm not loud enough. Well, apparently Peter Dinklage and his outrage was loud enough because Disney now is removing the dwarfs. Discussing Films put out this tweet actually right before I started streaming. Instead of dwarfs in Disney's Snow White remake, it's not even a fucking remake because they're changing everything. It will instead be a group of magical creatures. Ooh. That's it, guys. Wow. That's great for inclusion. Yay! We win! I mean, listen. I've liked the Disney princesses in the past. Some of them are cool. Others are pretty fucking stupid. And, like, some of the other live-action remakes haven't been completely terrible. But this isn't a remake. This is a new fucking story. You're race-swapping the main character, whose name was Snow White for a reason. And you're getting rid of the dwarfs because it's too offensive in 2022, and you're changing them to be magical creatures. Disney is said to currently be looking for voice actors to give these creatures personality, meaning they're gonna use CGI creatures in a live action. The point of this was because it's a live action. That's the whole shtick of remaking it, is that it's a live action. But now they're making CGI creatures? I don't know who decided this, but get some help. The dwarves in Snow White are canceled now. Snow White this. Okay. Put a 1 in chat if you will watch this. put a 2 if you will not watch it. Just curiosity killed the cat, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's gonna be lots of ones in chat. We have seen a lot of properties be taken and twisted around and wokeified. This is going to be the worst. I am calling it now. Out of all of the reboots and remakes we've seen that have been super woke, that have race-swapped characters and gender-swapped characters and removed specific characters because they were too offensive, I am putting my money on this remake, even though it's not a remake of Snow White, being the worst of them all. Truly, I think that this is going to be the worst of them all. I don't think that there's any hope for this project. None. You've got an actress who you also have to consider is attacking people on social media. When things happen, like when she was hired and they announced her role, and instead of saying, like, listen, guys, I know you're skeptical of the project, but give me a chance. Wait until you see maybe the first trailer. She decided to go on social media and attack people. That's not how you treat consumers. That's not good. And now you've got Disney caving in over one actor's outrage. An actor, and again, I do like Peter Dinklage. I have liked Peter Dinklage's work in the past. One actor got mad because of a project he's not even part of. He didn't even talk to Disney, and Disney's literally changing it because they said, "Oh man, yesterday Peter Dinklage went on an interview. There's been like a couple articles on this. People are tweeting about it. People are very upset. People are going, you know what, Disney, you need to do better." One single actor called them out, and they completely changed a movie. How this project is gonna go well, I do not know. I think that they should just make it a big joke at this point. I think that they should go psych, April Fools, we're actually not doing this project. I honestly, I don't even know if this is gonna come out at this point. Do you guys think it will? Because on one hand, I want to say I think it'll come out because obviously, like, they've hired an actress, like, they've talked about it for a while, like a year now. But at this point, they have to completely rewrite the story. They have to completely rewrite scripts and interactions. Anything that they had, they basically have to throw out at this point. Because now they're going to be little magical creatures. I don't even know if this will come out at this point. I'm going to put up a poll. Do you think this will release? Yes or no? This, in regards to Snow White. Do you think that Snow White is going to even release at this point? I'll leave it up for a minute. Just out of curiosity. Discussion. Really quickly, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream, make sure to give it a like. If you're not, give it a dislike. Consider donating via Streamlabs. All donos pop up. $3 or more text-to-speech activates. Become a YouTube channel membership. You get a badge next to your name. You get access to our well, anyone can join our Discord server, but you get access to the supporter-only channel there. Access to monthly supporter-only live streams. Same thing if you join me over on Patreon, all that fun stuff. And then we're going to move into the last topic of the evening in just a minute, guys. But I want to know everyone's thoughts. Yes! Surprising! More of you think that this movie will actually release. Yeah, I mean, on one hand, like I said, I think that they could release it because they've made so many changes at this point. Like, clearly they're thinking about the project. But, like, on another hand, I also kind of sort of think that maybe they won't release it just because they have to do so much changing at this point. But yeah, I guess, like, they've already done it. They've already doubled down on it. They've already greenlit it. They've already got actresses, so I guess, yeah. We'll have to see, though. I think it's going to be a disaster. Frosk called Vito out for a debate. She didn't call anyone out for a debate. She had called out a couple of hours ago. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But she basically said to the drama farming YouTubers, reach out to me. And all he did was ask for the agent's contact information. And she posted the email. That's not really calling him out. And we don't even know if that's going to happen. Because she put an open invitation for anyone to contact her. I'd like to point out, as I will in a minute, I've contacted her already. I've got no reply. So we'll see. Alright guys, we'll be moving into the final discussion in just a minute, which is going to be the Frosk situation. Very interesting. Guys. Another G4 Frosk Kieran discussion. I thought that, like, after 1 or 2 videos, like, there wouldn't be anything else to talk about. It just keeps going. After a few days, after everything starts to quiet down and a lot of people aren't talking about the situation anymore, or there's less people talking about the situation, she goes on social media and says something else. Snow White goes woke. Yep. Well, we already knew that it was gonna be that way. Because, they'd race swapped Snow White. Which even that was, in my opinion, they shouldn't have done that. But even that, in my opinion, wasn't enough to completely kill the film. But removing the dwarfs because they're offensive, I think that is going to kind of do it for a lot of people. I think a lot of average moviegoers will be like, there's no way I'm watching this. Alright guys, so let's move into the next discussion, the final topic of the evening. As you guys know, I have talked about the G4 situation in quite a few videos and live streams now. It has been something I have been keeping my eye on. She had initially said, as you guys know, she basically alluded to the gaming industry being filled with sexists. She basically said the G4's audience was sexist and objectified her. And were mean because they didn't think that she was as bankable as the previous hosts, Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb. And I've talked a few different times about it. I talked about the initial situation and her initial statements. I talked about the Reddit situation. The G4 TV Reddit has been deleting lots and lots of posts on the situation. Anything negative, anything criticizing her, they've been removing, and they have been keeping only positive posts. Wish I could say I was surprised, but honestly, I'm not. And today, Frosk decided to go on Twitter and make this statement, sparking the discussion again, because every few days there's been something with this. At first, she just made the statement. Then she went on Twitter and was telling people, oh, thanks for the clicks, you're earning me money. A couple days later, she went on to Reddit, started attacking people, started basically saying, read some feminist literature to better educate yourselves. And now, she put out this tweet only a couple of hours ago. And she had said, to all these drama farming YouTubers, you can always reach out to my agent if you'd like to schedule a discussion. And instantly, someone had commented, they won't. And she responded with, of course not. But the avenue is there, and I'll gladly do it pro bono. And she is already getting roasted over these tweets. Now, I'd like to give her the benefit of the doubt. She's saying on social media that you can reach out to my agent if you'd like to schedule a discussion. The avenue is there, and she's basically saying she'll sit down with anyone with differing opinions and have a discussion with them. Which I'd like to think that she's making the tweet okay. But instead of being like, hey, to anyone that's criticizing me, I'd like to have a discussion with you, she instantly started it off with saying to all these drama farming YouTubers, guys, put a heart in chat and put, I love drama farming YouTubers. Spam it. Because apparently, that's what I would be, according to her definition, which is literally any YouTuber talking about the situation, may I add. But she decided to put out this tweet. And of course, you have to consider she's got a lot of people blocked. People like the Quartering, she's got them blocked. So individuals like the Quartering can't respond to this. There are a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers. I don't know why she thought that, like, no one was going to respond to this, but tons of different YouTubers and content creators are responding. Someone had said, why even give them the time of day? And she had said, because I'd like to see them say the things they do to my face and how they deal with an actual discussion and response. If Frost Kieran was here right now, I would say the same things that I've said. I think the way that she started the conversation about sexism in gaming was terrible. It wasn't a discussion, which was my problem. She just yelled at a camera and she didn't have a full-on discussion about it. She basically just said, here are my problems, your unconscious biases are ruining my day, your sexism's ruining my day. She didn't have multiple people on an episode talking about the situation, talking about their points of views, talking about their opinions. No. She didn't do that. So she had said, of course, you can always reach out to my agent if you'd like to schedule a discussion. The avenue is there. So she's basically saying, I'll talk to anyone that disagrees with my opinion. I decided to put a tweet on this. She did say, reach out to my agent, but I wanted to leave a tweet anyway. Public response. I had said, as I've said in my videos about the topic and my live streams, I'd be willing to have a live or a pre-recorded discussion with you about your stance on sexism in the industry and even other topics you think are an issue / need to be addressed. If she wants to come on a live stream or she wants to sit down, one-on-one and have a private discussion that eventually gets uploaded to YouTube to talk about her stance on sexism in the industry, where I can also voice my different opinions, she is free to do that. I also said other topics. If she wants to talk about how she thinks the esports industry is blindingly white, like in the tweet she made last year, we could talk about that. And on her post where she had commented, which one was it? Where is it? She had also, I had already read it. But she had said, someone had said they won't. She had said, of course not, but the avenue is there. I also put a wave emote. So that is 2 public posts about the situation, basically saying, hey, I'm right here if you want to talk to me. And then I retweeted that and said, as I've said in my videos and streams on the topic, I'd be more than willing to sit down and have a respectful discussion on a live stream or an unedited video. I disagree with a lot of your opinions, so let's talk. So 3 times publicly, I reached out, I tried to make a point to respond. And I also found the email for her agent, which of course, what's going to happen is the agent is probably going to filter through all the emails and not actually respond to like 98% of them. But I did also reach out via email, and I said basically the same thing. I had linked like my social media and said I run a YouTube channel. I've made a few videos on the situation. I've disagreed with your statements, the way you presented your argument about sexism in the gaming industry. Like, I'd be willing to sit down and have a discussion with you like you asked people to do. She asked people to reach out. So I did. I've reached out 4 times. The 3 publicly and the 1 via email. This was 5 hours ago that she posted this, and I haven't gotten a response yet. So only time will tell. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe her agent will email me back. Maybe she'll make a tweet. Who knows? But right now, as far as I can tell, she has not responded to anyone. She has not confirmed that she's going to do any interviews with anyone specific. I'm giving her the benefit here, only because she went on Twitter to say, hey, I'm willing to sit down with people and talk about it. I'm going to be honest, I highly doubt it's going to happen. I bet she will do 1 or 2 interviews with people, And one will probably be someone who's on her side / is more positive. And that will be it. If we even get that. I don't think she's going to sit down with a lot of people to have this discussion. I don't think that... I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I don't think I'm going to get a response. I don't. But we'll see. If Frost Kieran wants to come on this channel and talk about, you know, her stances in a live stream, or, you know, she wants to sit down and have it just recorded as like a video that goes up on the channel, either one I'd be perfectly fine with. I'd also be fine with having multiple people having a discussion about it. At the end of the day, a discussion is a discussion. I mean, if you look at my videos, I haven't been rude or made any toxic comments, or I haven't called for cancellation. I haven't done any of that because I'm not that type of person. You guys know that. But I have reached out several times, so we'll see if I get a response. My main tweet has 110 likes right now. Her original tweet has 800 likes. My tweet right now, and my tweet's only been up for like 2 hours, it's got 110 likes. So if you guys are on Twitter, go and like this tweet and also retweet it if you can. Because I would like to have a discussion with Frost Kieran about the gaming industry. Even though we may disagree on the industry and the people in it. I'd be willing to have that discussion. But I have not had an email back. And I also have not had any interactions on Twitter. So we'll have to see. Do it one-on-one? True. I would prefer to do it one-on-one. But I think it's really shitty that she went on social media and said to all these drama farming YouTubers, not everyone that's talking about the situation is a drama farming YouTuber. People are just covering updates on the situation. People are just talking about the situation because, like, people want to hear about it. It's just as simple as that. Like, people are upset with your statement. People are upset with what you said, with your stance on the industry. And so content creators are covering it. What do you expect? She literally had said in a tweet, "Oh, thanks for all the interactions on my post. Taking all your clicks all the way to the bank." So what do you want? Do you want people to interact and give you clicks? Or do you not want people to?
Hope you're having a great day, Vara.
I'm having a great day. Perfect day. I'm gonna have a discussion with Frusk, maybe. I'm gonna go and buy 5 movie tickets to support the new diverse Snow White. It's gonna be poggers. Thank you for the $5 donation, Miguel. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. I am having a good day. Except for being called a drama farming YouTuber. Her unconscious bias ruined my day. Alright. That's all. That's the only joke I'll make about it. It's not even about her, right? So it's not a problem. We'll see. I am willing to have a sit-down conversation. Woman to woman. Content creator to content creator. Human being to human being. Being generally nice to each other. Being decent. I don't agree with her opinion. She doesn't agree with my opinion. We can agree to disagree, but also have a respect, I can't talk. Having a conversation where we respect each other. Respectable conversation. We'll have to see. Has G4 said anything else today? No. No. Not today. Uh-oh. Adam cesspool. We'll have to see. 113 likes. I am willing to have a sit-down conversation with Frost Kieran on a live stream, in a video, whichever she'd prefer. I'm fine with either. Obviously, it would be unedited if it was a video. If it was a live stream, then obviously it'd be unedited. Whatever the case may be. Hey, let's do an episode of G4. Bring me on an episode. I'll come in. I'll follow the rules. I'll be respectful. We'll have a conversation about issues in the gaming industry. Bring on other women. Bring on someone like Melanie Mack. She's a great female voice in the gaming industry. Bring her on. Bring me on. Frost could be on. I know that there's another female G4 host. I don't remember her name. Gina, I think it is. Maybe bring on a couple other people. Bring on a bunch of females. Get the females' opinions about the gaming industry. I think that that'd be great. I think that that's what should happen. Bring on a bunch of different women with a bunch of different opinions. Have a nice, respectful conversation about the gaming industry. Yeah, Gina Darling. That's, yeah. I don't watch D4. But obviously I've been following the situation. No, don't do it on G4. Outnumbering is how they rig debates. Listen, no one's gonna rig a debate against me. I mean, it did start on G4, right? So shouldn't you also put other people's opinions on G4 and have the other opinions there? Only seems fair. Either way, we'll see if Kieran responds. I've sent an email. I've put out a couple of tweets publicly. I would totally be willing to have a conversation. Kieran's DMs are not open, so I cannot message her. But if she follows me or comments on the tweet, I can respond via Twitter. But she's making people go through her agent. So, of course, we know how that usually goes with agents. When you have an agent, the agent usually kind of filters through like 98% of the content and kind of like picks 2 emails and goes, okay, here's the best 2. Have a conversation with these people. But I would totally be willing to have a conversation. For sure. Ultimately, though, guys, only time will tell. But that's all that I really had to discuss tonight, guys. We talked about G4. We talked about Snow White and the knots in the 7 creatures. We talked about Naomi. We talked about IDW. Lord of the Rings. I am going to hang out for a bit longer, guys, so if you have any questions you'd like me to answer, feel free to leave them in chat. If you have any topics you'd like me to discuss, also, feel free to leave them in chat. I'd be happy to answer whatever you guys have to ask, topics you want me to discuss. That's how you know it's a publicity stunt. Yeah, it's kind of rough. Again, maybe she will plan a bunch of different interviews with a bunch of different people. It doesn't even matter if it's with me. If she does it with other people, that's great. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying, oh, she should only do one with me. But I definitely think that as a female in the gaming industry, I have an opinion that is different than hers, and I think that that would make for a really good discussion. I think as a woman in the gaming industry who has a different opinion than hers, I think that it would make for a good discussion. For both of our audiences. This week, Friday, Pokemon! Yay! Pokemon on Friday! I didn't buy Pokemon, guys. And the G4 moderators will be against you too, all part of their design. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know who she's gonna sit down with and talk to. Part of me wants to say she only put out this tweet to look like the bigger person in the situation, and just to throw shade at the drama farming YouTubers. So we'll see. Opinions on the new Pokemon game? I don't think that it looks terrible. I don't have it pre-ordered and purchased right now. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. Past few Pokemon games have been kind of trash, but we'll see. Maybe at some point I'll get it. If it's donated, I'd play it, but it looks okay. I'm not like super hyped for it or anything. On Thursday, or no, I think it actually came out today. I think they put it up for sale again today, but Final Fantasy XIV went back on sale. I'm gonna buy it for I think it's the standard is $20, but the expansion's $40. I'm not gonna buy the expansion yet for I'm not gonna buy it all for $60. I'm just gonna buy the standard edition. I think maybe on Thursday. I'll stream Final Fantasy 14. A couple years ago I had tried the game. I never got really into it, but I'm a huge MMO player. And since it's got such high player count, it's got such high numbers, I'd like to give it another try. And because I don't really remember much about it, so it'd basically be like a new experience for the most part. So, I think that I think I'm gonna try it. We'll see what happens. I'm honestly surprised I'm not blocked. That's good. Glad I'm not blocked. Is the Final Fantasy VII Remake any good? Yeah. I thought the Final Fantasy VII Remake was pretty good. Yeah. I enjoyed it. Breath of the Wild 2 might be delayed until 2024. So it's a rumor that it might be delayed. It's not confirmed. The problem is that Breath of the Wild 2 has already had, like, 2 or 3 delays. Or, they're not full delays, but pushbacks. So that's the only problem with that. So a month and a half ago it was rumored that it could be delayed until the first quarter of 2023, but I don't see anything new. Final Fantasy VII Remake is garbage? I disagree. Oh, shut the fuck up, Stream Deck. What? Oh, I didn't think the Final Fantasy VII Remake was garbage. I thought it was pretty good. Thoughts on the Final Fantasy... Oh, Tifa porn video appearing in the Italian sentence and Zoom meeting? I think that shit is fucking hilarious. I gotta find the meme. Hold on, guys. I don't know why I have to... Oh, guys, Googling... Going on... yeah, I'm really glad I didn't show it. I don't know if you guys on Twitter... Listen, if you're looking for some NSFW content, literally, I don't know why, but I see Loba trending all the time. If you type in Loba, hashtag Loba, like Apex Legends Loba, it's only just Loba porn. It actually is. It's a bit much. I can't find it, but there was a meme online that was talking about Tifa getting railed in the Italian Senate. I can't just show it, though. I can't just show the search on Twitter, because if I do that, listen, there's so much NSFW here. YouTube's instantly gonna shut my stream down. Easy. Such good fan art, though. Listen, again, I'd show you guys. Listen, I'm not looking to get banned today. That's not in my... That's... Ah, that's too funny. Okay. The Tifa memes are real. Tifa memes are real. I love Tifa! Time for a Loba search then? Literally, like, because I'm always waiting for the news about Loba's heirloom. Because Loba's kind of my main character. If you go to Twitter and all you fucking do is type in Loba... Literally, just go to YouTube. I mean, to Twitter and literally just type in Loba. There is a lot of it. Like, if they ever came out with Loba heirloom news, I would never know. Because there's so much NSFW there. Let's be hardcore gamers and be honest about Final Fantasy VII. Okay, yeah, let's do it. I didn't think the Final Fantasy VII Remake was bad. I did not think it was bad. Yeah, you already accidentally showed nudity once on accident. It was a game. It was accidental nudity in a game. You're allowed to show nudity in video games. That stream did also get marked for adult content. We're not talking about it. It's a video game. You're allowed to show it. Imagine if you couldn't. Rest in peace, The Witcher. Resident Evil 2 Remake is really good. They modernized the controls so it's not clunky like the original. I live streamed the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes on the channel when they came out. I love Resident Evil. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. And I thought that they did really, really good with the remakes. Hey, listen. 3 was bullshit because for $60, it was way too short. They needed to add way more content to it. I mean, it was the same graphics, the same models as the second remake, as the 2 remake. So, like, it was good. The controls were good. Graphically, it was good. All that was good. It just was too short. But the Resident Evil 2 remake was amazing. The 2 different stories, difficulties, super good. Oh yeah, did you guys see this? G4 just, it never stops. Quartering put out this tweet. Hey Frost, Kieran, it looks like the toxicity is coming from inside the house. I repeat, inside the house. A G4 host. Now, I'm obviously not trying to cancel anyone here, but Frost Kieran attacks the gaming industry and everyone in the gaming industry. This is someone that is a G4 host. They made this joke in one of their videos.
Why do all white lesbians look like Barney Rubble from the Flintstones? Son.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Well, guys, that doesn't look very good to me. Damn. For someone who claims to be very inclusive, doesn't seem very inclusive to me. Wow, jokes are harmful, aren't they? Isn't that the argument? That jokes in judging people based on their looks is bad? That was the whole gist of it. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, he was one of the guys who sat beside her while she had her meltdown. Oh no. Ooh. Oof. Hey, again, I'm not someone who's trying to cancel him over it. I'm not someone who gets triggered over every little joke that's put on the internet. I was an Xbox 360 gamer, motherfuckers. But oof. Ooh. I guess it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Japanese gamers ain't feeling that Final Fantasy VII remake. I mean, I never heard a lot of complaints about it. I mean, it came out years ago at this point. The G4 situation keeps getting worse and worse. Yeah, I mean, now other G4 hosts are being called out over hypocrisy. And she's going on Twitter and causing more issues. My main problem here, truly and genuinely, is just bunching all YouTubers talking about the situation together, calling us drama farming YouTubers. Guys, I'm opening my game. What can I say? Yes, guys, I am a drama farming YouTuber. Farmville fucking 3. Look at that. Look at this horse. I can't, it doesn't make the image bigger! Look at the little horse with the little flowers. Ooh, bacon. What? I would never. Not me. No, I would never. Vito got an interview with her. All I saw was, like, him asking for her email. I haven't seen an official confirmation. I mean, if he did, good for him. So, it's... As far as I see, it's not confirmed. Yeah, no, it's not confirmed. So, Vito had put up a video, like an hour ago, it says. And it says, has thrown down the gauntlet on Twitter, pledging to take her haters face to face. So, I mean, maybe it's confirmed. If so, definitely have to see what happens. Farmville has sequels. There's 3 of them, apparently. But I haven't seen any official confirmation. Besides, she is pledged to talk to her critics, and she isn't responding to many people, apparently. I don't know, guys. What can I say? I am a female in the gaming industry who has an opinion that's different than hers. There are many, many others out there. I hope that she sits down with some females that have different opinions than hers. Because you know what she's gonna do. Is when she sits down and talks to men, she's just gonna claim... Afterwards, she's probably just gonna claim that they're terrible, awful people who don't agree with her and don't like her opinions because they hate women or something. They're misogynistic. He emailed her too. I emailed her. Yeah. I emailed her. I tweeted at her 4 times. Farmer Vera, that's me, guys. What other farming vidya game? Farm vidya game. What can I say? Steam. Mortal Online 2. Oh yeah, this is new. Farm. I swear, if some nude farm girl pops up, I'm quitting YouTube forever. Farm Simulator. House Flipper Farm DLC. Motherfucker, I can build a farm and flip that shit? Oh, sheesh. That's going on my wish list. When is this coming out? To be announced. I need it now. I'm a farming YouTuber. I do farming content. I do farming. Farm together. Easy. Easy. Nice. Did Olivia Munn say anything about the Frost meltdown? No. As far as I am aware, she hasn't said anything about it, which isn't very surprising. Not very surprising at all. It is what it is, guys. A waifu farm simulator. Does that exist? You get that on Amazon? Where do you get that? Waifu farm. There's no way. There's no shot. Waifu farming simulator. 22? Oh, it's just farming simulator. I'm like, motherfucker, there's 22 waifu farming simulators since when? There's not. There's not indeed. I knew it. I knew you guys were just baiting me. I knew it. Olivia Man is just laughing at the situation, I bet. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe she will make a statement on it eventually here. Craftopia yet? No. Craftopia hasn't come out, has it? I remember seeing it a long time ago. Craftopia. Oh, it is out. Oh, shit. September 2020? Oh, I was waiting for it. I think it was on the Switch. And it's not out on the Switch yet. No, I haven't tried it. Maybe one day. Robert, welcome to the Titans. Thank you for becoming a Bronze Titan. Much appreciated. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'm going to wrap up the stream in just a minute or two, guys. If you have any final questions or comments, topics you'd like me to discuss, feel free to leave them in chat. I'd be happy to answer whatever you guys have to ask. Any plans to stream any superhero games? Like what? What superhero games are coming out? I'm not asking sarcastically. I genuinely... I don't think I know of any. I do not know. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. Much appreciated. What are your favorite horror games on Steam? Anything Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Final Fantasy is amazing. Final Fantasy! No! Resident Evil! My brain is half mush.
Rover
Resident
donated
Evil.
$100.
Final Fantasy. That shit
What
ain't
did the
horror.
fish say when it swam into a
Oh
wall?
no.
Damn.
Resident Evil, that's what I meant. My brain was not computing there. Resident Evil's great. Horror. I don't know. We could look at Steam for a minute. Horror. Casual? Fuck no. Horror. I honestly, I don't even know. Dead by Daylight's not bad. Dying Light 2? I don't know. How many people are excited for that? Forest? Lots of survival games. Skyrim! Easy horror game. But thank you for the $5 super sticker. And thank you, Rover, for the $100 donation. Holy shit. Thank you, thank you. Damn. Listen, it's I gotta stop laughing at these dad jokes. They always fucking get me. They always fucking get me. Dead Space. I was hoping Ultimate Alliance 3 would come to PS4. Ultimate Alliance 3 is a great game. It's on Switch. Give it a try. I was talking about new games. Because it sounded like people were asking about new games. I was gonna say, I don't know about any new ones. But thank you, Rover, for the $100 donation. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Hair looks animated. It's real. It's not a wig. Haters say it's a wig. But no, I have not tried Craftopia yet. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is the best JRPG out. Very true. It is good. Actually true. Skyrim wonky physics are scary. Skyrim, listen, Skyrim modded is fucking great. Some vanilla Skyrim. It's rough. It is. It's pretty rough. Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights comes out this year, right? The end of the year, maybe? It's not a horror, though. Did you ever play Soma? No, I didn't get around to it. Let me scroll up really quickly. Frost called out Zipper, Scissors, and all the women who write her script. So she basically threw them under the bus. Hashtag free Zipper. I have no clue what that's about. When did that happen? I don't know what that situation's regarding. Oh, previously released in classic superhero games. I thought you were talking about, like, upcoming games. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. I really don't know that many upcoming superhero games. Obviously, they're doing, like, Gotham Knights. But I didn't, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know about a new situation. Or a new, like, a new game, or, like, a new situation where stuff has been announced or delayed, or anything like that. All I care about is that we are a month away from Elden Ring. We are, sheesh! We are a month away from Elden Ring. They announced a couple things. So first of all, it went gold. Also, please don't spam Frosk/Zipper 2024 until you explain the situation. Thank you. Yeah, they announced that Elden Ring, like, an average playthrough is gonna be like 30 hours. They said it's gonna be, they made some weird statement that, like, it's meant to be challenging, but not frustrating. So, to me, that kind of comes across as it's easier than a normal Dark Souls game. Because they said it's not supposed to be frustrating, but it's supposed to be difficult/challenging. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Is Elden Ring going to be on Steam or PC? Yes, Elden Ring is coming to the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, and it's coming to PC. It's on Steam. So, yeah, Elden Ring is coming out on lots of different platforms. It's kind of short. Well, they said like an average playthrough was 30 hours, but they said if you do all like the side content as well, it's like it can be up to like 60 hours or something. They said an average playthrough is like 30 hours though, which to me doesn't, I mean, that sounds pretty good. I mean, I'm going to be honest, as long as the game is over 15 hours, I'm down for it. I feel like games under 15 hours, especially being $70, are just fucking garbage. They can't top Sekiro? I don't know, we'll have to see. I really hope the story in Elden Ring's great. I hope the gameplay is awesome. It looks good. Why did I think it was going to be a PS5 exclusive? I don't know. Because it's a Souls game? Because Demon Souls was a PlayStation 5 exclusive. And that came out at launch. So maybe that's why you were thinking of it. Sekiro was good. Definitely agree. Sekiro is very good. But I'm pretty hyped for Elden Ring, and I really hope that Elden Ring has a new interesting story. It's got good gameplay. It looks pretty. I'm pretty excited for it. I hope it's gonna be fucking awesome. I really do. We'll have to see though, because we can always be so disappointed. Because we are talking about a video game. And it is 2022. We know how that shit goes. It's very easy to be disappointed in things. That is for sure. But alright, you guys, I am going to wrap up the live stream here. Thank you all so much for stopping by tonight. I do really appreciate it. Thank you for the donations, for the support. Much appreciated. I will be streaming again on Thursday, guys. I will be doing something. I don't know exactly what yet. Maybe Final Fantasy 14, maybe Apex, maybe starting a new story game. Who knows? But if you guys enjoyed the live stream, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. Join our Discord server. We're very active there. I do tag you all when I go live in case YouTube doesn't notify you of the live stream. Consider supporting the channel via YouTube memberships, Patreon, donating, all that fun stuff. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Minds, BitChute, Odyssey, Getter. All the links are in the description. And, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here, guys. Thank you all so much for stopping by. New video tomorrow. I did put up a video today. I did talk about, oh no, what did I talked about, I couldn't remember for a second there. I talked about DC. I did do a DC video today. Tomorrow, I will most likely be talking about G4 and the Frost situation and Snow White. So it'll probably be a dual video day. I've been, for the most part, this month doing 2 videos a day. But yeah, join our Discord server. We're very active there. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Minds, BitChute, Odyssey, Getter, all that fun stuff. All of the links are in the description. With that being said, thank you all so much for stopping by, and have a fantastic evening, everyone.